Ladies and gentlemen, Ripple has just come out with a tweet today. Some of you guys are going to like it. Some of you guys are going to hate it. Let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. As you guys know, the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit has been going on for too long. We officially just got done with the 2-year anniversary of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. And as we know, there are a couple of possible outcomes here on forward with the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. I know everyone's focused on it. Everyone is constantly monitoring it daily to see if there's any new updates coming out because it's such a detrimental scenario that's happening to the future of XRP price. And you could even argue that this SEC lawsuit is holding down the current XRP price. Like, if you were to make an alternative reality where the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit never happened, I imagine the charts would look a little bit different. So, in Jeremy Hogan's final video on Legal Briefs, he said that there was, I think, 3 or 4 possible outcomes. The first one being outright victory for Ripple. Second one being outright victory for the SEC. And the third one being this case gets sent to the Supreme Court. Now, this is why I said I think some of you guys are going to hate this. Some of you guys are going to absolutely love this. Let me explain both baskets. The first basket is, oh my God, the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. It's going to take another 2 years. We're not going to get any more XRP pumps, and we're just going to have to wait longer. No, I hate this. The other basket is, okay, now that the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit goes to Supreme Court means that the final outcome and the final decision holds much more strength in the long term. See, if just a normal lawsuit by the district judge and then Ripple gets the victory, that's one thing. But if Ripple can secure a victory in the Supreme Court, that is going to hold up for... that's going to hold up in history for a long time. A long time. So now that I've explained 2 baskets, guys, why the hell am I talking about the Ripple versus SEC case go to the Supreme Court? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not confirmed that it's going there, but take a look at this tweet from Ripple. This is Stuart Aldridge, the chief legal officer at Ripple. The SEC has lost 4 of its last 5 cases in the Supreme Court, thanks to the few that had the courage and resources to fight back against the SEC's bullying and clinging to stretch legal positions that were not faithful to the law. So why, oh why, does Ripple come out of absolutely nowhere and just says, hey guys, the SEC, they have lost 4 out of the last 5 cases that went to the Supreme Court? Like, wink, wink. Does Stuart Aldridge know something? I'm not sure, but Stuart Aldridge has been incredibly vicious towards the SEC on his Twitter profile for basically the last year. He has been absolutely vicious, and more so starting when the whole Hinman emails thing came to light, and when Ripple received the Hinman documents, and Stuart Aldridge and both Brad Garlinghouse went on a rampage on Twitter about, wow, these guys are not being faithful, and basically said something along the lines of, just wait until you see it kind of thing. Stuart Aldridge tweeted this out 2 days ago as well. He's kind of following along this same, I think, train of thought, essentially. He says, to the extent that the mere will of an agency official or agency itself is permitted to exceed the authority granted by law, the government becomes an autocracy. Against this threat of, quote, unofficialdom unchanged, the, quote, courts have always been vigilant. Jones versus SEC 1936. Now, I would be quite surprised if I could get this ready on the spot here if Jones versus SEC 1936 was a Supreme Court case. And it's looking like to the Circuit Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. So I don't know if this is like a... oh, wow. Wow. Okay. No, guys, look. Yeah, this was a Supreme Court case. And this was not prepared before the video. This is just a train of thought I had right away after I read that. Yeah, look at right there. What Stuart Aldridge is referencing just 2 days before his big, hey, the SEC lost the last 4 out of 5 cases in the Supreme Court. He's referencing a case about agencies or an official exceeding the authority granted by law, going on the argument of the SEC has absolutely no authority to sit here and call XRP a security and go after it by regulation, by enforcement. And yeah, he's actually ends up referencing a case, Jones versus SEC, 1936, in the Supreme Court. Excuse me. So now we kind of know where the Ripple chief legal officer, where his mind is kind of sitting. His mind is all of a sudden very, very interested, to say the least, in the whole Supreme Court. He talks about the Supreme Court Jones versus SEC 1936, about an agency or an official kind of exceeding their authority, because who gave the SEC authority over the cryptocurrency market? Nobody. And then now he all of a sudden comes out with the SEC has lost its last 4 out of 5 cases in the Supreme Court. So this is all just speculation. I feel like the sort of conspiracy side of the XRP community, like including myself, is going to be kind of along the lines of, what made him suddenly tweet this out? What does he know? Is he expecting the Ripple versus SEC case to go to the Supreme Court because it's such a big lawsuit that's going to affect all of crypto? I mean, when the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, when it first hit the scenes, you had Bitcoin maxis, Ethereum maxis, Cardano maxis, Solana maxis. They were all coming out going, oh, ha, Ripple. Wow, screw you, you centralized shit bankers coin. Yeah, look at you. But then 2 years later, all of a sudden, the same exact people, one of them including specifically Crypto Lark on Twitter, all those same people that were championing, like, oh, yes, the centralized bankers coin, they're finally getting sued by the SEC. Great job, everybody. But then it comes 2 years later, they start to wise up a little bit and realize that the Ripple versus SEC case, if Ripple loses that, that is bad for all of crypto. And all of a sudden, all those same people that were hating on Ripple decided to start supporting them and come out on Twitter and say, oh, you know, hey guys, I think we should actually be supportive of Ripple, because if they lose, that's really bad for us. I mean, even Coinbase filed a amicus brief in support of Ripple in the lawsuit. Coinbase! Dude, Coinbase and Ripple have bad blood that dates back, you know, several years ago. And they refused to list XRP for the longest time. I mean, there was bad blood between Ripple and the SEC, and even they come out in support of them. So the fact of the matter is, guys, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, Ripple's coming out and all of a sudden one guy from Ripple's coming out at the end of the day and talking about how, hey, you might want to pay attention to this. SEC has lost, 80% of their cases in the Supreme Court. It really just starts to get my mind going of like, what did he just find out? What did he just learn? Because in the comments down below, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe James K. Fillon came out with something in 2022 that was basically saying a final decision was due in March 2023. Now that we're getting very, very close to March 2023, Ripple gives us this unit right here. So I don't know what's going on there, guys. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, there's 2 baskets of people who like this and hate this. You know, hating it because it's going to mean longer, liking it because it means if Ripple gets a victory and they secure it in the Supreme Court, that is going to hold up forever at that incredibly high up judicial level. That's very big stuff. So everyone, just had to give you the breaking news. This is fresh off the press like 1 hour ago. And I hope you guys do notice something a little different about the video. Yeah. This is the webcam I've been using for 5 years straight. And yeah, 1080p does not hold up in the year 2023. We are now on a Logitech Brio 4K 30 FPS. And yeah, I actually kind of took some time to swipe away the crud on my, desk here, because now the 4K camera, you can clearly see it. You can also clearly see how the buzz cut I did by myself is not perfect and there's some imperfections. So the beauty of 4K 30 FPS. And I know I've been streaming lately, and the Wi-Fi has been cutting out and buffering constantly. And, yeah, this little unit right here, Dude, I have really, really good Wi-Fi right now. So the streams are not going to get messed up again. So guys, it's been a journey. XRP investing itself has been a big journey. And kind of the sub part of that is the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit has also been a big journey. And now there's talk of it. I mean, it's not like this tweet is straight up saying Ripple's going to the Supreme Court, but it's very weird how his last tweet references a Supreme Court case. Now he's talking about how the SEC lost 4 of its last 5 cases in Supreme Court. You kind of see where this is going, where it's kind of they're ramping up the Supreme Court talk. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you hate it? Do you love it? Do you not like waiting longer? Do you not like waiting longer, but you're kind of satisfied with the fact that this gets settled at an incredibly high level in U.S. government? That's going to hold up for the rest of history? I mean, let me know what you guys think. Do smash the like, subscribe down below, hit those post notifications. I will be live again at 4:30 p.m. EST. 1:30 p.m. PST, 2:30 p.m. Central. Get another live stream going. Because, yeah, Bitcoin just broke the $25,000 mark. XRP breaking the 40-cent mark again. Bitcoin looking like it's going to go for a big breakout to 40,000 a coin. That's a whole other video. Something that came out a few days ago, I saw from Crypto Eddie, actually. XRP is more popular in Japan than the U.S. Hong Kong study on why XRP is the second most popular crypto in Japan, with nearly 1.36 billion units traded in February 2022 in the third largest economy in the world, by the way. XRP was the cryptocurrency with the highest spot trading volume in Japan. So XRP in Japan having the #1 highest spot trading volume in February. Just saying, guys. I think we picked the right coin with everything we know, and including this. All right? Thank you guys for tuning in the video today. Really would appreciate it. Hope you like 4K Cobb. And we'll see you guys in the next one.